Hey guys, this is part one of the Andrew videos. Two fans that I've been looking for a very long time that I got from my good friend Andrew. I gave him some cash and another fan for in trade, and the other one I bought from him. We'll do that one next, hopefully. This is a brown ring fan, as you see. I used to not like ring fans when I was a kid because they were everywhere, and the same reason I don't like certain fans now, like Huntington 2s and things like that, because they're everywhere and they replaced cooler things. But then when ring fans started to disappear, I started to really want one, and then I started to really like them. And but I always liked them in brown because the post office closest to my parents' house had at least 4 in brown. There's probably more, but I remember them being 4. And I took a very bad video of them, and it's on my YouTube channel somewhere, because you're not allowed to film in the post office, and they were not happy about me filming, so it's a very brief video. But they've got at least 4 of them on long down rods with the blades upside down. And this one is reversible, which I don't think I knew they did, but I'm not surprised since they're commercial, not industrial. It's got the cheap reversing, though, which what I mean by is cheaper motors generally have 2 coils, a main coil and an aux coil, and the main coil always gets the cap, and then the aux coil, you reverse the polarity of it to reverse the fan. And then a better quality motor, you have 2 coils, and they're similar or identical, and to reverse the fan, you switch which coil gets the capacitor. So this has got the cheaper version, which I guess shouldn't be surprised, since ring fans are actually kind of shitty, but they're shitty cool, like Dayton Lascos. So I got this with the intention of putting it in my garage instead of the white one. Then I could put a brown, 2 brown fans. Like I do a brown Pro Line. I would just switch the fans that are there and do browns. I got a brown Pro Line, brown a ring fan, but I also thought about doing brown ring fan, brown Dayton Lasco, brown ring fan, that is it a golden or a, what's the thing that you have that you're...
New fan.
New fan. We should probably change the bearings on that, huh?
Yeah, I tried everything. I tried to run it I've ran it overnight. And
yeah, it's still pretty rough?
Yeah.
Well, we'll work on the bearings to that. We just have to see if we can open it up without damaging it. So anyhow, yeah, when I found out that Andrew had found one of these, I let him know that I really wanted it for that reason. Again, because childhood and because of wanting it for my garage. So I don't know when I'm going to switch it. I want to do a bunch of fan testing videos in the garage with the current fans there before I switch anything. But it's definitely on my list to switch and put this there. And so let's do 0 to high. Come on, ammeter. Ammeter's being wonky. At some point, I'll replace it. I have a zillion of these. I just don't know where they are. I think I actually gave one to Andrew. I meant to, at least. If I didn't give it to him, then the question is, where is it? Because he didn't have a meter at the time, and I got one specifically to give to him, and the question is, if I didn't give it to him, that means I packed it in a box. I gave one to Tom as a joke. That's an inside joke that I'll share off camera. Come on, ammeter. This is building suspense for the ring fan. There we go. I just have to plug it in without it going wonk again. Okay. 0.79 is as high as it goes. These take a tremendously long time to get up to speed. They're relatively... Okay, so does it need to be balanced? I think one of the blades might be a little bent, huh?
Yeah.
Well, easy enough to do. Bearings seem okay.
Oh, yeah. I know you said bearings go on these.
Lots of things go on these. They're just not great fans.
Yeah.
But, down to 0.76. So the solid state control that's in my test rig is a solid state control that went with that ring fan that Andy and I pulled out of a community center. So have you done an airflow test on one of these before?
I don't think I have.
I have, so I'm not going to worry about it, but I'll let you...
I don't remember. Well, it's definitely in the K55. It's no gold line.
Yeah, yeah.
It's in the high K55 category.
Yeah, it's I mean, they're not a bad air moving fan, but they're not a good air moving fan either.
Right, yeah.
You know, I mean, for an industrial, but they're steel bladed industrial. So, but then again, so is an Ascension, and an Ascension is solidly in the gold line category.
Yeah, it sure is.
You know, have you tested yours yet?
No, I haven't gotten to it.
So, Metal Pete got some spoils from Fanimation. He got an Ascension, and he got, what else did you get, Metal Pete?
Oh yeah, the Beckwith.
He got a Beckwith and
The Extraordinaire.
and an Extraordinaire. So yeah, Metal Pete did nicely. Again, this is the first and possibly the only time that we did a big giveaway. I did email the guy at Fanimation who's over that kind of stuff, and just let him know and said, hey, if you have a bunch of leftover stock in July, we could do it again because it went really great. But that's not to say that he will.
Right, but just saying if you do, great,
I'll email him again closer to the July trip and just see, you know, if they have anything. Because what happens is they save, when they get returns and stuff like that, they save them for employees because they want all the employees to have Fanimation products in their home and stuff like that. And sometimes the employees buy them and sometimes they're free for employees. And I don't know what determines what. I don't know when they're free and when they have to purchase them, and etc. I don't know how that works. But they have a specific area for employee fans, which is just a pile of fans that employees can pick through and either pay for or get for free if they want to have Fanimation products in their home. And the problem has been that Fanimation has had the same employees for a long time. I mean, there's a few new people, but for the most part, they keep people. They keep employees. You know, they're a good company, so people want to stay there, and they don't. You know, they hire people that they like and that do well, so they don't tend to let people go unless it's a huge issue. I've only known of one of those since I've been there, and yeah. So the problem is that all the employees already have all the fans that they want, you know? Mm-hmm. So, I'm sure that changes with new models.
Well, sure.
Okay, he's taking over the test rig. I was actually just getting up to just see if this needed balancing.
Oh.
But someone just ran to the test rig like he had to stake his claim for his space.
Well, actually, I thought
14 and a quarter.
Okay.
14 and a half, so that's pretty close. This one's bent. 14 and 3/4. So they're not bad, but they're not great either. They're a little bit off, you know? None of them are like 15 or 13.
No.
And now that one's 14, so that's a little bit... I'm going to bend it down here instead, because this is where the blade itself is... Oh!
Careful.
Yeah, don't want to bend it too far. Let's see where we're at now. 14 and a quarter. Let's just stick with there, okay?
All right.
So go ahead and rack the box, your metalness.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Start on 3. Nope. 4. Okay, it didn't start till 4. And I'm getting 0.22 amps on 4.
Oh, I can't remember if I said this before. I've been meaning to say this in the video. You can keep going through the numbers, by the way, and just talk over me.
Number 5.
I got this from my garage, but then a lot of people that know I have it have already requested that it go in the museum. So...
Well, we already have a 36-inch.
This would have to replace it. So the question is, what's cooler? 36-inch white, 36-inch being the rarest size, or 56-inch brown, brown being the rarest color? I know where 36-inch brown are, but they won't sell them to me.
So 0.28, 0.28 on 5 microfarads. Okay, so this would be your low with remote.
Yep. Seems a little slower than the one in my garage.
Okay. 0.35 on 6. 7.41. 8 with 0.48. Okay, so your
Still a little wobbly.
Yeah. And there's your low medium right here.
I wonder where my low medium is.
0.54 on 9.
Hey, Metal Pete, have you seen my low medium? Because I seem to have misplaced it.
10 with 0.59.
Sometimes he laughs at my jokes, which is nice. Your friends are always supposed to fake laugh at your jokes.
12.64. What did we get on high?
Like 7.6.
Okay, so 12, which is, here's your medium on a learning remote. So it doesn't go over, so you can use all three speeds the way they are.
Yep. Metal Pete has also used the learning remote in his shop.
Yeah, I have.
They're pretty useful as far as
Cause,
remotes go.
yep,
I like them.
6-7 on 13.
You don't
Oh,
have to-
definitely a noticeable difference. I went to high from 13 just to...
Was there or wasn't there?
There was.
Good. And my memory says there was with the one in my garage, but again, not all fans are the same, so.
Okay, this is 13, so if I go to high, I get 0.76, so that's definitely a difference.
There's a difference, and it's hard to notice because they take a while to get up to speed, but it's there. So, okay.
Okay, I'm going to go back down. 14.7, 15.73, 16.76 right on the money. So, okay, 0.76, it drops to 0.75 on high.
Okay, so it's down to 0.75. So
Yep.
what's the highest we can go?
Really, 15 is your safest.
Okay, so yeah, these are not a great one for a 5, 10, 15. These are better for a 7, 4, 11, 4, 7, 11.
Even the remote, even the control you gave me.
Yep.
Was a 5, 8,
Okay.
15.
Let's do the solid of state.
Yes. Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Okay. 0.16. 0.27. Not really noisy. I can't really hear anything.
Oh, Metal Pete!
This thing is.
All your fault, Metal Pete. Okay, so let me get behind it so that I can see.
Yeah, I know this is not good.
Screwed it up, Metal Pete. You big screw up.
Not
Perfect.
good to put it next to an armrest.
Well,
As soon as I just turn, bam, knocks it right over. Okay. 0.36. 0.47. 0.48. 0.55. 0.62. 0.68. And 0.74 on high.
okay. So, unplug it.
Uh-huh. Alright. Alright, it's unplugged.
Okay, cool.
Are you trying to...
I'm going to do an experiment.
Alright.
Make sure that cord doesn't hit the camera and knock it over again. The last thing we
Alright.
need is just another reason to knock the camera over.
Okay.
So, I believe I remember how Andrew told me these are wired. Black and white stay the same, and you flip the other two, because you're flipping the aux coil. Black and white is the main coil. Red and
Yellow.
is the aux coil.
Okay.
So then we can just you can do whatever speeds you want to do in reverse. You don't have to go through all of them if you don't feel like it.
Right. Probably a 0 to high to compare.
Yep.
That
I would
be,
do 0 to high, maybe like 5, 12,
yeah.
or 4, 7, 11, or,
Yeah.
get the idea.
Yep.
Okay, here, yank on the wire. Okay, do a 0 to high. Let's make sure I wired it right. Boom!
.79 is the highest it goes up to.
That's what it did on the other way.
All right.
It should be the exact same current draw because you're not, all you're changing is the polarity. So the only reason it would be different is if there was a different drag on the motor from the blades being faced a different way. Theoretically, if you're going to reverse it, you'd want to flip the blades upside down.
Sure. .76.
Okay.
So that's the same. Now what I'm going to do is let me go up to 5.
Why don't you see where it starts? Make sure it starts in the same place. I mean, there's no reason it shouldn't.
Oh yeah, that's true. I can do that. 1, 2, 3. It's starting on 3.
Yeah, but is it going to stall?
Very hard to tell.
Well, actually, it's very easy to tell. We just let it keep going and see if it stalls.
Okay. Yep. 4. Okay, it started on, basically it'll keep going on 4. That's the lowest you can have.
Yeah, that's the same.
Yep. That's .22, of course. And here's 5 with .29, so this is going to be like my living room wall control. 5.
These here on the blender fans were 5, 10, 15s. But what I've found is that the capacitors and wall controls tend to change a lot with age. So they might not be 5, 10, 15s anymore.
Yeah. Okay, this is 5. But yeah, every 5 microfarad low control I've had tends to be 5, 8, 13.
Yeah, I would love to take one apart sometime and see if they're actually labeled 5, 8, 13 or if they're labeled 5, 10, 15.
Because I tested every single one with my capacitor meter.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. 6.36, or I'm going to go right to 8 with 0.5. 0.5 on 8.
I'd almost bet money that at least some of the 5, 8, 13s, the 8 was formerly a 10 and drifted.
Yep. And actually, I have one that's fairly new. And I mean like only practically brand new that measured that way.
Well, we just got to open up and see sometime. That's just, one of the many things to put on the long list of projects that we have.
Yeah.
We'll need more pizza.
Okay, and then
Pizza's how you complete projects.
12. Say I did 5, and I'm going to do 8. Then here's 12. This would be your medium, 0.67 and 6.8. This is like your medium on the learning remote right here. So you're definitely safe with that.
Yep.
And even if I go right to high, still quite a bit of a difference.
Okay. You want to do solid state reverse?
Could.
Or just kind of like pick a few,
Yeah, I just want to see.
It's harder to stop a fan by hand reverse because if you stick your hand in it, your hand is unhappy.
Oh, I know what you mean. Solid state. I just went up 0.37 straight up. Still pretty quiet.
Yeah. Did we say this was bedroom quiet or living room quiet?
We didn't say either, and it definitely.
Living room quiet,
for sure.
You just can't tell because of the rain. It's not bedroom quiet, but I really had to get close to it to listen with the rain and all. It's funny because a lot of times when they use solid state controls with fans, they would be in like supermarkets and stuff.
Yeah, you don't know.
Well, think about it this way. Supermarkets used to be all fluorescent with magnetic ballasts.
Yep.
And mercury vapor with magnetic ballast, so all your lights went.
Yep. So you had no idea.
So yeah, the fans would be completely drowned out.
Yep.
But nowadays, with everything being LED and electronic ballasted fluorescent, and even electronic ballasted metal halide in some cases, although most of the time those are still magnetic ballasts.
Yep. 0.64. And then here's solid state high with 0.72.
Okay, well there's a fan 1 of 2 of the Andrew fans. Time for the second Andrew fan. And then we'll see how many fans Metal Pete and I can get to after that. Because we are...
Yep.
The Odin took a while, as we knew it would. We knew that wouldn't be a quick one. Everything else has been pretty quick. And, we're making some slow but steady headway on the pile.
Yep.
And, man, it's a big pile. Holy balls. Okay, well, thanks for watching.